Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here of Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today we're going to talk about the stock that could be the next Nike. Before we do that, and of course, we're going to jump into yesterday's trade and check out the SPY and Bitcoin as always. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course appreciate all the wonderful comments from real people before the spam bots get there. I appreciate those of you who take the time to do that. That does help support the channel. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and hit those bell notifications so you don't miss the daily updates there. All right, so we're going to jump straight into the SPY. It's kind of like as you were, an indecision candle on the daily time frame. Yesterday I said for it to come down, if it didn't get back above 689, to come down and hit 685. Well, it hit 686 and 7 cents. So I was very close there. Again, the level to get above, long above 689, short below it, and the support level is still at 685. That might be 686. That's the level that we need to hold above today for a continuation of this move to the upside there. And of course, just below that at about 682 is the further support there. And of course, after 689, if we are able to get above that, then we would be pushing on to 694. So those are the levels to the upside. We can go long from 689 to 694. We can go short from 689 down to 685. We can also go long or short from 685 back to 689 or down to 682 there. And that is the SPY. As it kind of just went a little sideways yesterday. We'll see what today may bring. Now, Bitcoin has had a bit of a push above the 9 EMA on the daily. Again, we can go short from this level. This is 87,635. Target to the upside would be 88,284. And then if we were to break that level to the upside, then we should see a move back to 90,000. You can see these wicks here. These wicks are at some point going to get eaten. We've seen this time and time again there to the upside. However, if we lose this level of 87,635, currently Bitcoin's at 87,900, then it's back we go to this 85 to $86,000 level to retest this here again. So those are the levels there for Bitcoin to short and to long. I am expecting a move in the first quarter to back to the 200-day moving average. Where is that? That's all the way up at 107,000. It won't be at 107,000 by the time it gets there. More than likely, it'll be 105,000, around more closer to 105,000, maybe lower. It depends how long it takes to get there or when it starts to move. And of course, we could go down before we could go up. If we lose this crucial $85,000 level, the 100 EMA on the weekly, then we could have some more downside there before we go up. But I am keeping an eye on that, and I will be in trades to the upside. I'm not going to miss that move to the upside to 107,000. Now let's talk about the trade that could be the next Nike. Now remember, I shared this could be like buying Tesla at $15 or whatever, and that was Rivian. And that Rivian trade went incredibly well for those who took the Rivian trade there. That exploded to the upside there. I did that video, and look at the move, went up to $22. Absolutely incredible move. You can go back and watch that video. It's called "Is This Like Buying Tesla at $15" or something like that. And if you took that trade, remember there was the 200-week moving average. That was where we need to break above. And look at that explosive move to the upside. So is this the next Nike? What is the stock that I'm going to share? It's called DEC. And you're like, DEC? What is DEC? What are you talking about? Well, if you've heard of the Hoka shoe, Hoka shoe, which I am seeing absolutely everywhere, and my own personal opinion from experience, the most comfortable shoe on the planet that I have ever experienced by far. And many people that I had spoken to, who got me into the shoe because of the back pain that I've had over many years, said to me that they were able to walk the golf course for the first time in 5 years with no knee pain or back pain or anything. So I got myself a pair. Now all my family has a pair as well. And this is an inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frame. There's that 200-week moving average, just like we saw it over on Rivian over here. There's that 200-week moving average there as well. And so Deck own Hoka. They also own, I think they own UGG, the UGG boots as well. You can look into the company. It's been pretty beaten down. So trade with caution. The level to get above, and we're a few dollars below it, by the way. It's sitting at $104 in the pre-market, so it's up and it's above its 90 MA on the daily. It's got its green dot yesterday on the daily time frame, so you can front run it. However, it was to lose the 90 MA on the daily at 101 or 102, and or the $99 level there. That could be a place to put stops or exit the trade. And the 200-week moving average is currently at $105.75. Now, I do see the inverse head and shoulders move to the upside. I don't quite have the technical target there correctly, is actually from here. That takes it back to 100 and about $32 if this move completely plays out. Now, the 50-week moving average is here, as you can see, at about $112. So I do expect some resistance there. And we do have the 200 EMA on the daily. That's $109. So some resistance there as well. And of course, we've got to get above 200-week moving average. So that is some potential targets to the upside there. The trade is 105.75, the 200-week moving average. As you can see, a clear inverse head and shoulders there. We're starting to see the momentum indicators curl to the upside. That's a good sign. And of course, that would have us breaking the 200-day moving average as well as the 200-week moving average there. And then if you're late and you're watching this, it's already moved. There are some additional entries. Of course, it's more risky if it breaks and holds above 109 and 112 would probably be the last place that I would take an entry, and then moves to the upside, that 120 level, and then up into that 130s level there for Deck. And that's the play. Could this be the next Nike? It's quite possible. I'm seeing them more and more and more, and they are by far the most comfortable shoe I've ever had the privilege of putting my feet into, especially when you're walking around the theme parks with your kids or the golf courses. Those 4, 5, 6 hour walks are absolutely totally different for me now. So I'm certainly a believer in the Hoka shoe product and brand that's owned by Deckers Outdoor Corporation. The ticker is DEC. That is there. Let's look at the APLD trade that I gave yesterday. Who got in this trade? Because that trade took off for those that took the trade to the upside there. Now, those of you are asking, is it too late to get into the trade? It's moving up even now as I'm talking. The 20 EMA on the 4-hour time frame is sitting at about $25.25. So that could be a potential entry there. And there could also be an entry here to the upside here of 25.66. So to the upside, 25.66, that would probably be the last, well, maybe not the last place. You could still actually take an entry here at 26.47. That would be my last two places to take an entry there. And I got my upside targets of 28 and 30, although of course it could go higher, but those are just my initial targets, because this was the earnings play that I gave yesterday, and I shared one. There's 5 there right now. I'm adding a couple more earnings plays. There should be 7 or 8 earnings plays in there ready for the month of January. We'll probably play about no more than 10 to 12, 8, 6 to 12, somewhere around there each month earnings plays. And this one's already going extremely well. When I posted this, the price was $23.67. We're already at $25. This has already been an incredible trade to the upside, and all you had to do was take the trade. I know some of you put it in the YouTube comments yesterday that you did, and it's still not too late to get in at the $65 deal, $15 discount, for the Tribal Trades Discord. One Discord to rule them all here. I'm still keeping that open at least until the new year. So you have a couple of days left there as a happy new year gift there. And if you do want to sign up, you get all the channels, you get the tribal trades indicator as well. You can see how well this indicator has done a great job. There's the tribal trades indicator there. There's the tribal trades trend line, by the way. Look how perfectly that has given us some nice move to the upside. And of course, we will keep playing this APLD. If we can get above this trend line here and stay above that, then this could roll out a little bit longer for the APLD play. But the Tribal Trades Discord, you get all the different trading channels that we have in here. These are all the trading channels. The crypto and the stock plays, they're for our day traders. Our swing plays and our chart setups, those usually are closed out within a week. So those are for our swing traders that don't have the time to day trade. We have 2 channels there with swing trades in there. You can open up. Usually they take about 5 days to play out, 5 to 7 days. The earnings plays, they take about 30 days to play out. So if you want even a little bit more of a chilled structure, you can take our earnings plays only. And there are enough earnings plays each month for you to make a great amount of money trading these. Our longer term plays, those are on 90 days. Those are by quarter. So those are our 90-day plays there. And then, of course, we have our yearly plays and our retirement investment longer term investing strategies as well. So we have something there for everyone as well. Of course, our crown trader April, who just continues to crush it with trades. We're doing a live trade session this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time only for the Tribal Trades family. We have live sessions every week, not just for the day traders. We also do live sessions for swing traders and longer term traders as well, showing how to find setups and doing updates and how to take trades and taking profits, stop losses, etc. in there as well. So a whole bunch of channels there. Of course, the Tribal Trades indicator you get as part as the Tribal Trades Discord. How do you sign up for the Tribal Trades Discord? I'm so glad you asked. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button. That will pop out. You click on the link, it'll open up. You put all your details in. It will say join the wait list. However, you won't need to wait very long. You will get access today, usually within a few minutes, sometimes a few hours. We'll get you access as soon as possible there. And of course, you do need to enter all your card details there, but you won't get charged until you get added to the Tribal Trades Discord there. Well, that's all we have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.